Little People Big World celeb Amy Roloff is all business. Nothing gets past Matt Roloff's ex, including Trespassers. Matt Roloff was on the receiving end of Amy's no-nonsense approach for years. That was nothing compared to what Amy did to an unwelcome trespasser in previous TLC scenes. When Amy Roloff isn't making fudge, being a grandmother to her grandkids, or spending quality time with Chris Merrick, she is laying down the law. Amy doesn't let anything get past her. If she senses that someone is in the wrong, she goes after it like a shark that smells blood in the water. In recent Little People Big World Season 25 scenes, Matt Roloff and Amy Roloff lock horns over planning and organizing a charity event. Matt even jokes that Amy can flip the switch and become a dictator faster than he can. Amy is most comfortable when she is the only cook in the kitchen, and she has always been like that. With Little People Big World Season 25 on the air, a lot of viewers are going back to old scenes and talking about their favorite moments. An old clip is making the rounds online showing Amy confronting a trespasser on her property, and the claws certainly come out for the TLC celeb. In the Little People Big World clip, Amy Roloff demands a trespasser give her their camera and all the pictures they took, as they were on private property. Amy wastes no time getting into gear, as she runs this person off of her land. She even goes as far as to jump on top of the man inside his own vehicle to get the final word in and keep him from leaving before police arrive. Because this is an old clip making the rounds, Amy Roloff was much more agile back then compared to now. She faced down a trespasser that was well over 6 feet, and she didn't back down whatsoever. Little People Big World fans love this kind of tenacity from Amy. All these years later, fans appreciate how she doesn't take BS from anyone, whether it's a stranger, a trespasser, her ex-husband, or her current husband. One Little People Big World fan wrote, "Boy Amy, you can hold your ground." Another commenter chimed in with, "Amy, you are one brave woman." A third follower said, "She is a savage? Lol." Amy may have put on some years since this classic scene, but she still has the same no-nonsense approach that viewers love. Little People Big World celeb Tori Roloff recently spilled some surprising TLC secrets since cutting ties with the network. So what revelations did Tori recently spill, and what did she have to say about it? Tori Roloff and Zach Roloff deciding to quit Little People Big World after season 25 was the catalyst that led to the show ultimately being canceled. Initially, many fans thought that Zach decided to quit as a way to take a petty shot at Matt Roloff for the botched Roloff Farms deal. Many people believed that Zach Roloff, Tori Roloff, and their family would be the future of the franchise. However, with Zach and Tori deciding to quit, that was off the table. An insider also previously revealed that the only person who wanted to keep filming the show was Matt Roloff. So inevitably, it makes sense that the network canceled the show. One of the things that Zach and Tori Roloff have done to keep themselves busy since quitting Little People Big World is focusing on their podcast, Raising Heights. In a recent episode of the podcast, Tori Roloff made some surprising revelations about TLC. Tori Roloff went on to say, "I don't think TLC wanted the talent to be mingling. I don't think they wanted the talent to talk to each other, and honestly I see why." Tori Roloff continued, adding, "TLC was probably scared. We weren't all like unionized. Reality TV wasn't unionized. We talked a little bit about that with Jinger and Jeremy, and how that would have been nice to have that communication with somebody else that was doing the same thing you were doing. But we had a great time." Tori said of spending time with Jinger and Jeremy Vuolo. Across several reality shows, many cast members over the years have called out TLC for some of their shady practices. The way Tori puts it, she seems to suggest that the network keeps stars of various shows purposely in their own bubbles so that they won't go around comparing notes. Certainly, one of the things that cutting ties with TLC has allowed Zach and Tori to do is be more open with their views and opinions. Overall, they also seem to be enjoying their family life without having to work things around a TLC filming schedule. At the end of the day, they did what was best for them, and they seem to have no regret. Little People Big World celeb Isabel Roloff recently shared an alarming update with her followers online as she rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery. So, what do we know about everything going on with Jacob Roloff's wife? And what else did she reveal? As Little People Big World fans who have been keeping up with Jacob Roloff and Isabel Roloff's updates know, they quit the family TLC show some time ago. Of course, the show is officially over following Zach Roloff and Tori Roloff throwing in the towel. But Jacob and Isabel quit before that. With all of the drama surrounding who would take over for Matt Roloff, particularly after the botched sale of a portion of Roloff Farms to either Jeremy or Zach, many Little People Big World fans believed Matt was planning to hand the reins over to his youngest son, as Jacob helps his dad with daily operations. Based on the latest updates from Isabel Roloff making the rounds, Jacob Roloff's wife rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery. When it comes to the extended Roloff family, having to go under the knife is a common theme. However, it's always a scary situation when anyone has to go under the knife. According to Isabel, she told her Little People Big World fans that she was very scared over the whole ordeal. She shared pics from a hospital bed with her many social media followers. Naturally, many of her followers were curious as to why she had to have the surgery in the first place. With Little People Big World finally coming to an end after 25 seasons, the majority of the remaining cast has expressed how they feel about it all ending. It turns out there's one Roloff family member in the bunch who isn't happy about this chapter finally closing. So, what did they have to say? After being on the air since 2006, it was recently confirmed that Little People Big World would not be coming back for future seasons. While the writing has been on the wall for some time, it took months for an official word to come down the pipeline. In many ways, this merely confirmed what the vast majority of Little People Big World fans already suspected. Zach Roloff and Tori Roloff officially quitting the show turned out to be the beginning of the end, as that made it so that the last of Matt Roloff and Amy Roloff's children officially quit filming for good. With Little People Big World officially over after 25 seasons, several cast members have shared their thoughts on the matter. As fans have seen in recent updates from Amy Roloff, she got Chris Marek and herself tickets to go see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. It certainly seems like they have a lot more time on their hands without having to work things around a busy TLC filming schedule. It turns out, an insider close to the situation even said that the majority of the Roloff family has a sense of relief over things ending. The insider said, "The feeling for most of the family is a huge sense of relief that it's over." Based on what the Little People Big World insider recently dished, there is one Roloff family member who is not happy about the show finally riding off into the sunset. Matt Roloff seems to be the only family member who wanted to keep the show going. However, with Zach and Tori gone, along with their children, that would only leave Matt Roloff, Caryn Chandler, Amy Roloff, and Chris Marek left to film. In addition, Caryn made no secret of wanting filming to be over either. The insider said, "Matt Roloff was the only one that wanted to come back for another season. Everyone else was done a long time ago." The insider went on to add, "They're happy to have the show behind them, but they're still dealing with the scars of years on camera. Everyone knows who they are now. Everywhere they go, people recognize them, and it can feel weird." Audrey and Jeremy Roloff first became known through the TLC series, Little People, Big World. For many, their relationship, especially their wedding, became an iconic part of the series. However, Audrey has recently come under fire after she was accused of shaming Jeremy over laundry. Audrey's husband Jeremy first came to prominence for his role on Little People, Big World. The series initially focused on his family, with his parents Amy and Matt, and his fraternal twin brother Zach, all having dwarfism. As the series went on, viewers also got to see the Roloff kids grow up, get married, and have children of their own. Jeremy married Audrey in 2014 on Roloff Farm. Notably, their marriage served as the subject of the series' Season 8 final. The couple has since had 4 children together: Ember Jean, Bo James, Radley Knight, and Mirabelle May. However, Audrey recently came under scrutiny by fans after a video popped up online of her shaming Jeremy while doing the laundry. One fan recently took to Reddit to share the video. As the fan shared in the post, Step 1. Sell the tools for perfect marriage communication. Step 2. Publicly shame your husband. Step 3. Profit. This line was a reference to an episode of South Park, in which gnomes have a confused plan to profit off of stolen laundry. In the video, a caption read, "When you're 34 but never learned how to fold a fitted sheet." I was crying laughing. I had to start filming. As the video went on, Audrey tried to talk Jeremy through folding the sheet. However, after about a minute in, a caption wrote, "I've already lost him." Things became more complicated as Jeremy placed the sheet onto the floor. Continuing with the captions, one, supposedly written in Jeremy's voice, read, "When I fold it the way I do it, this is how it totally ends up." Underneath it read, "Someone doesn't like not knowing how to do things." The video was likely meant to be tongue-in-cheek. However, some fans thought it was too mean-spirited, especially with the added captions. Taking to the comments, fans were mixed on the issue. Some took it in good humor, while others thought it was wrong for Audrey to shame Jeremy like this. One fan was even confused that this was the first time the issue of folding sheets came up in their marriage. Some comments included, "Ick how to fold a fitted sheet too. Marriage is a partnership. I could never shame him in public. I love him and would never want to hurt him. That should be her attitude. They give off John and Kate vibes." And we saw how that played out so well. Little People Big World celeb Tori Roloff recently updated followers with unfortunate news as she rushed Murphy, the family dog, to the vet. What happened with this situation and how is Murphy doing? There's a lot going on for Tori Roloff and Zach Roloff on their property in Battleground, Washington. Since ditching Oregon and Matt Roloff following the family feud over Roloff Farms, Zach and Tori have carved out their own slice of paradise that is completely their own. Along with having each other, they are raising their 3 children, as well as the family dog, Murphy. Murphy does not get put in the spotlight very often, but he is a vital family member, and he often tags along with the rest of the family when they have beach days and other outings. One thing about having pets is, they often get into things that they should not. In some cases, it's just a minor inconvenience, and in others, it can be fatal, especially if they happen to get into something toxic. According to Tori, Murphy more than likely ate something that he shouldn't have. She added that he woke the whole house up because he was sick. This is never a good feeling when you have a beloved furry family member. So as you do, Tori rushed into the vet to see what was going on with him. This is never a good feeling when you have to rush your pet to the vet, especially when they eat something that you aren't entirely sure of. With all of this going on, Tori Roloff later updated her many Little People Big World followers on Murphy's condition. So, what did she say? According to Tori Roloff, she said that the VCA in Battleground said that he was fine. $500 later, Murphy appears to be in better spirits and back with his family. So while this was an uncertain situation for a while, it's a good thing that nothing serious happened to Murphy, and that he got the all clear from the vet. Certainly you can chalk it up to dogs being dogs. However, as much as family pets like to get into mischief, including getting into things that they are not supposed to, the good news is that everything turned out fine, and that Murphy is back to doing dog things with the rest of his family members following this incident.